Hi guys, it's Kai here and welcome back to Kai Talks, and this time the topic is college. Why I'm talking about this, I don't really know. I just thought it would be interesting to hear about my experience and then maybe you could learn about it. And then also it's a good way to learn more about me because I don't know if I've ever really talked about what I went to college for and what it was like. I don't know. Anyways, that's what this is about, and if you don't want to watch, then, you know, click away now, and if you do want to watch, keep watching. So for those of you who don't know, I started college in 2012, which is when I graduated high school. I started like 4 months after I graduated. Not that that's important or anything, but I graduated in 2015, right? Yeah, 2015. So it was a 4-year degree in 3 years. And what that means is that I went year round. So instead of having typically what you consider like a spring break or a winter break that was like a couple months long, I had a spring break and a winter break that were 3 weeks long. And anytime between semesters, we had a 1-week break instead of like a month or something like that. So we just kind of kept rolling. There was hardly any breaks. It was really difficult, but hey, I made it through it, and I don't think I could do another year of it. I probably would have died. And with that, I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Interior Design. And what that means is not only do I know how to put colors together and fluff pillows, I know this science behind why people like certain colors, why certain colors make you hungry. I know about codes like for building and construction. I know about lighting. I know so much stuff, like so much random stuff. And not only that, but I spent 22 weeks on my thesis project, which I had to do completely from scratch. I had to do all the research, I had to write the paper, I had to pick a building that I wanted to put my project into, and then I had to actually design the inside of this building in AutoCAD, which if you don't know what that is, it's a architectural program, I guess you can call it. And it is intense. And like I said, it was like 22 weeks almost nonstop. And then I had to present it to 3 of my teachers, not only once, but twice. And oh my God, that was the most nerve-wracking thing I think I've ever had to go through. So intense. But yeah, anyways, that's basically just what Bachelor's of Science means. It means it's not like a Bachelor's of Art where it's just like, I don't want to say frou-frou because it's not that a Bachelor's of Art is like bad or anything. It's just a totally different thing than a Bachelor's of Science. But that's besides the point. The point of this video is I wanted to explain how college was both the best and the worst experience I've ever had in my life. So what made it one of the best experiences that I've had is the people. I made a lot of like good friends and a lot of people that really held me together, because with the way it was set up, we all started at the same time, so we ended up in a lot of the same classes together because it was a small school, and to make up a class you needed like 15 people. So I had a group of maybe 15 people that we went from class to class to class together, so we knew each other this entire time and we were helping each other. We would explain things to each other. It made things so much easier to have that core group of people that knew exactly what I was going through, and I could help them, they could help me. It made it so much better. And another thing that was really, really cool is we went on some pretty neat trips. Again, being in art school, we went to, kind of hard to explain unless you're in my field why it was cool, because we went to like a place that, we went to this guy's like metal yard, I guess you could say, because where my school was located, he had done sculptures for the city, which is really neat. Oh, we went to this one place that made like handmade, they're not handmade, but rugs. So you got to see these huge machines, they're huge looms, and like the way they weave them together, it's awesome. And again, this probably doesn't sound awesome to you, but it's awesome to me because it's in my field, it's what I like to do, so it's really cool to see. And another thing that was really cool is the fact that it was an art school, so I got to be creative. And not only that is my classes. So like I said, it's a Bachelor's of Science, which means I had to have like history and math and like that kind of stuff. But my history classes were centered around what I was doing. So most of my history classes were like history of furniture, and which was very interesting. I had like an architecture class, you know, architecture through like the history or whatever. I had a women in history type class. Like it was really cool. I got to have so much, you know, I got to pick these really, really cool classes that covered my history or whatever that I needed, but it was in stuff that I was pretty interested in because it's my field, because it's what I want to do. So it's cool. I got to be creative, but I also learned what I needed, quote unquote, to learn, because I've already learned about the Civil War a million times in like high school and middle school. Why do I need to learn about it again? So let's learn about history of furniture instead. Now, some of the worst experiences coming from college is the amount of work I had to do. So there were like 4 or 5 different degrees you could get, or like different paths that you could take. Like I said, mine was interior design. They had like media arts and animation, they had fashion, you know, things like that. Again, it's an art school, so you got those kind of things going on. But mine was one of the most difficult. And like that came straight from the teachers, straight from the higher ups. They said interior design is one of the most difficult, you know, paths that you could take at that school. And of course that's the one I did. So it was so difficult. So I had 5 classes a term. So I had 5 classes a week because you only had them once a week, but each of those classes was 4 hours long. So can you imagine having a 4-hour class, possibly more than one 4-hour class a day spread out over the week? So you had 5. We're gonna math this because I figured it out once before. I had like negative hours. Once you figure out how much time you spend in class, once you figure out like drive time, eating, showering, doing homework, trips, all that kind of stuff. Once you figure it out, there's like negative time. Like you had to cut out something, and it was usually showering or sleeping that got cut out, but it's kind of hilarious. But yeah, I'll put the math somewhere because it's sad. But I do want to say without it, I wouldn't be where I am today. Without my degree and without those, you know, experiences and without the knowledge I have, I definitely would not be in the position I am right now. I have a really good job that's really close to home, or somewhat close to home, I guess you could say. And it's put me in a position where I've been able to like pay off my bills, live comfortably, and, you know, plan for moving out and things like that. But that's also not to say that everyone needs to go to college, because I do not believe that for 1 second. And I hope you don't believe that either. If you think you have to go to college, don't do it just because you think it's the norm or someone's pressuring you to. Just don't do that. Because not everyone needs to go to college for what they want to do, and not everyone needs to get a degree for something. You can do things without having gone to college. It puts you in a lot of debt. So if you don't need that, then don't do it. Like, it can be a complete waste of time. If you don't know what you're doing, or if you don't know what you want to go for, if you don't need it, just don't go. But I will say, if you do decide to go, make sure that you know what you want to go for. It, like I said, it's a waste of time and it's a waste of money if you're going in for the wrong reasons. If you're going in because you're like, oh, my friend's doing this course, or, you know, my parents really want me to do this, don't do it. Try your hardest not to do it, because it would be a complete waste of time and money. Just don't do it unless you know what you're going for. And then also, if you do, give it your best shot. Like, there's so many things I wish I could have done differently in school, and I definitely feel like I should have tried harder considering how much money I spent on going to school. But again, that's besides the point. But just try your hardest, because you have like almost one chance at this. Of course, you can go to college, you know, as many times as you want, but again, time and money. Your time and money is important. So try your hardest to do it the first time around and do it properly. And it behooves you to do it correctly, or to do it right, or, you know, do it the best. And like my dad says, if you're gonna do something, don't half-ass it. Do it full force. I would suggest to participate in as many things as you can. This is something I wish I would have done. Like I said, I did go on trips and stuff with my classes, but I wish I would have done things outside of class. I lived on campus in like a townhouse, and I wish I would have participated more in like school activities, and I wish I would have gotten out more and hung out with more people. Not that I didn't make friends and things like that. I just wish I would have done more things and had more experiences. But again, with all the homework and crap that I had, it was hard to do anything other than homework, class, sleep, and eat. But yeah, that's just one of those things I wish I would have changed, and hopefully you can by listening to me. If you're thinking about going to college, or if you're in college, participate, do stuff, get out there, do things. Oh, but real quick, I wanted to show you guys some pictures from when I was in school. I don't know if you're interested in that. I don't know how many I'm gonna have. I'll just pop them up randomly. My hat, I don't know what to call it, the thing my cap from when I graduated is actually really cool. I think I still have it. I totally still have it. If not, I'm also gonna put pictures of it. But look how cool it is. So we were allowed to decorate our caps when we graduated, and me and my friend, again, I'll put a picture of it, me and my friend loved the Avengers, so we made our caps matching. So she's Thor, I'm Cap. I have another friend we call Loki, which is kind of a hilarious story, and this is totally off topic and random that I'm throwing this at the end of the video. But we all took a quiz one day, like, which Marvel character would you be? I got Cap, my friend got Thor, and my other friend got Loki. So now they're actually in my phone with those names, and I'm pretty sure they still have the same name for me, which again, Cap. So I don't know, it's just totally random, cool. If you can decorate your cap, I totally suggest doing it, because it makes you stand out. And it makes for some awesome pictures. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave this video here, and tell me about your experiences down in the comments below. Tell me, you know, if you're going to college, if you're afraid of doing anything, or if you want like advice, or if you have gone to college, is there anything you regret or things that you would have done differently? And also, like, what the heck is your degree in? Because there's so many different things out there that people can major in. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!